Hello friends, so welcome to this lecture on role-based access control. So in this particular demo, we'll configure a role-based access for particular group. So if you remember in the previous lectures, we have been discussing that okay, how role-based access works and what are the three pillars like security principle, role definition and a scope. So we'll try to use the same methodology so that we can understand the concept better for role-based access. So just to complete this demo, so we'll be doing three things. So we'll be creating a security principle, a group basically, because security principle could be anything, a service principle or a user or identity or a group. So we'll be choosing group as a security principle. And then we need to assign a certain role that, so we'll be assigning a security reader role or a auditor role, which will not be able to change anything. And then generally we need the scope is like the security principle. What kind of scope means to what resources, what is the area on which that particular principle would be having an access. So we'll provide access onto a particular resource group. So similarly, you can provide access to number of subscriptions, which generally enterprise organizations have 20, 30, or depending on the organization, number of subscriptions it have. So you can choose any of the scope like subscription or a resource group, but I have chosen a resource group for this particular demo. So let's quickly move on to this Azure portal and create a security principle, and then we'll provide a role onto that particular group which we have created. So let's move on to the Azure Active Directory, and then we'll click on groups and we'll create a new group from here. So we already discussed about security Office 365 concept, so I'm not going to discuss about these. So we'll select security group type. The name I will select security auditor auditor group, and membership assigned, and who will be the members. So they have already created a user, couple of users. So I'll choose Chakpal as one of the user. So I'll type Jagpal. So you can see this is the user which has been created. So we'll make him a member of this auditor group, and then we'll create that particular group. So now our security principle has been created. Now we want that okay, this security principle should have a security reader role onto a resource group. Now what we can do is we'll go to a resource group home. So I have a couple of resource groups created. So we'll go to the security architects hyphen resource group, which is already created. Now, in order to provide access or role-based access control to any of the resources, you can use this tab, access control or IAM. So let's click on add. So we are adding a role assignment. So to this scope, we are providing a permission. What kind of permission? Means what kind of access it would be having, means a role definition here we are now configuring onto a scope security architect resource group. So let's click there are a number of inbuilt roles. You can study about that. You can create your own roles as well. So let's say we'll go to security and we'll assign a reader role. So you can say, so we have assigned the role definition as a reader role. To whom will be signing this group? The group we have created, security auditor group. So to this service principal, security auditor group, we have assigned the reader role on a resource group, security architects hyphen resource group. So I'll add this, and so this particular group has become a member of. So all the members in this particular security group will get a reader access onto this particular resource group. So click on save. So the reader role has been applied to this particular resource group. So whatever the permissions the reader role should have, it should be able to have that. Now in this particular lecture, if you remember, we discussed about the three things that okay, we'll be configuring security group, a service principal. So we have created a group, and then we provided a security reader role onto a security architects hyphen resource group. So this is it, friends, in this lecture. Hope now you have a much clear picture onto the role-based access, how they work and what are the different pillars. So thank you, friends. Thank you for watching this lecture. Meet you in the next lecture. Thank you.